Hi y'all! I haven't gone live or done any video in a few days, and it's quite frankly because I've been sick, but it's okay. You don't have to worry because you can't get sick from video. And I have been quarantined. There's Reed behind the camera. You can't get sick, and I've been quarantined, so you're totally safe. And I'll be okay because I have been the master of my own health for well over a decade, and I'm taking care of myself. But I've had so much stuff rattling through my head because of all that's going on with this coronavirus, and the world is changing. And it's really kind of scary out there. No matter how you look at it, the world is changing. And we can't stop the change. Like, we're all just on this train to somewhere that we've never seen, because this isn't in history. Never before has this happened. And I'm a history buff. I love it. And yet we're in unprecedented times, and the world is changing a lot. And as I've seen all of these things transpire, I've heard so many parents who are just like, I'm suddenly homeschooling, or my kids are suddenly around. And it's a lot to process. And I really wanted to do a video for parents, because we have been unschooling, homeschooling, life schooling for 10 years. And we have also been homebound a lot because our youngest son has Lyme disease and hasn't always been mobile. And so what we're experiencing now globally is something our family has dealt with on and off for 5 years with severity of not being able to leave. And I just really want to teach you some of the lessons that I've learned and really put your mind at ease that it will be okay. And I can help you out a little bit. But my name's Jess. I am a trauma breakthrough and relationship coach. And I love families and people and seeing people overcome the hardest of circumstances and how to really not lose your shit when everything is going to shit. That's my passion. And my marriage of 16 years and our 5 kids, all of which I am so proud of, and the crazy things that I personally have overcome and my family has, it's our gift to share with you. And so on homeschooling, first off, what you're experiencing right now is not homeschooling. It is like Corona schooling. It is quarantine schooling. It is not homeschooling. And so you're going through things that none of us have gone through. So even those of us who are really experienced, we're used to being able to go to the park and to the zoo and out to places that we can't go to. So now we're all kind of stuck at home doing something new. But because we've been stuck at home so much, we have learned some tricks on how to handle just really being in tight. And then we also lived in an RV for 5 years. So we've done this with 6 to 7 people in less than 300 square feet. So it sounds impossible, but it's totally doable. And you can actually come together and be stronger rather than tearing each other down. So really the first thing is, when something new is happening, there's a big change, it takes time to just kind of let down and go through that change. There's like this letdown process. Everyone is used to these certain schedules, and now all of a sudden the schedule's disrupted, everything's disrupted. Just let it be. Just be calm. There's no expectations right now. This is unprecedented times. This is uncharted territory. You don't have to stay on a hardcore schedule. And your kids, the 8 hours they were in school or however long they were in school, they could do all of that work in probably 1 to 2 hours at home. And so really there's a lot more free time in the day when you're not commuting and you're not having to deal with all the peer issues and just the running around. So you have a lot more time. The second thing is, so let them rest. Let them be. There's no expectations. It's okay to just lay on the couch. It's okay to play video games. Just relax for a little bit. Give yourself a break for a time. And the second point is sleep. Kids need so much sleep. It is absolutely insane how much my children sleep, especially if they are, we always think about it with the younger kids. Younger kids, they get permission to sleep. We have 3 children that are between 11 and 14. They sleep on average 11 to 14 hours a day. Reed's gasping. I'm not talking about laying in bed on tablets or on phones. I'm talking about eyes closed, snoring 11 to 14 hours. That is an insane amount of sleep for most people. But they need it. They need it so bad. We made a decision years and years ago that we were just going to let them sleep in as long as they wanted to because they were happier. And it was like, who doesn't want happy kids? And because we homeschooled, it was like, yeah, we need happy kids. So let them sleep. And I'll be darned, they sleep so much. Like my 14-year-old, he is conscious maybe 10 hours a day. Like that, how rad is that? He's also almost 6'2". Like his body is growing, and then all of them, like hormones, your body's changing, everything's adjusting. They need sleep. You don't have anywhere you have to be. Let them sleep. Goodness, there's nothing better they could be doing, because when they wake up, they are balls of energy. That's point number 3. They will have so much like abundant energy. They are going to climb the walls. They will be happy, and you have to do something with it. Like get Nerf guns and have dance parties and trampolines, run, play hard, because they have all this energy now because they're all rested and their bodies are just like, yeah, let's get something done.
May I plug the disco ball from Amazon.com?
Yes, the disco ball is epic. Like, just sweat. We play the Wii. Like, I don't even think they make Wii games anymore. Like, it's no more updates. We still have the Wii, the Just Dance, because they can sweat like crazy. And when we were in the RV, they still did it. Like, they'd be crammed together dancing, and we'd just do it. Like, it's really important that they have an outlet for it, because now they're rested and they're going to just need to run. And they run for probably a solid 2 hours, 3 hours most day. Like most days, we really just move. Now it's broken up. It's not all like in one shot. But then once they've slept and they've gotten their energy out, the most amazing thing happens. They like want to learn. And we did this thing. This is part of why we don't traditionally homeschool. We're not really unschoolers. We're more like life schoolers, where we just do everything with our kids. Both Reed and I are obsessive learners. We are self-educated. And I actually had this time, it was right around the time that I met Reed, so about 17 years ago, that I was in school. I went back to school after dropping out of high school. I went to university, and I had made it a semester and a half. And I was sitting in the university library looking at my bills. And I'm a single mom. I had one child at the time. And I was looking at my bills, and I had like $4,000 in school loans already. And I remember thinking, I hate school. Now I have bills for something I hate. And yet I was sitting in a library that was completely free. And all I had to do was pay for my late fees. And in that moment, I made the decision to drop out of university and read the library. And then never, ever complain about late fees. Pay them with great joy, because it's going to be so much less than what I would have paid for university. So that's exactly what I did. And over the years, I've consumed thousands of books. There's piles. And my phone is full of books. That's what I do. I listen, I absorb knowledge. When you want to learn something, it's not hard. When you're excited about something, it's really easy to learn about it. If your child needs chemistry, they're going to be obsessed about it and want to learn it. If your child needs calculus, they're going to be obsessed. And they're going to know so much more than you ever will. They're going to learn how to bake because you bake with them. They're going to learn how to do things because you do it with them. And if you're worried about how much technology they use, you should probably look at how much technology you use. That's what I'm using. We quit restricting technology from our kids, man, a decade ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Because we realized that it was the way of the future. I did everything like this or like this. Why would I restrict them from the future? I'm going to teach them about safety. I'm going to teach them about dick pics. I'm going to teach them about everything they need to know about how to be a kind human online. Because I have to teach them how to be a kind human in real life. And there's really not a lot of difference between online and real life, especially now, because that's the way the world's going. I bet over the last week, we've stared at our phones and our computers more than we ever have. And it's not going to change. What, are we going to suddenly go back to everyone commuting like they were? No. The world is changing, and it's changing now. And it's okay to rest. Change is happening. Rest, ponder, figure out what's going on for you and your family, and then go do it. But it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to sleep. And it's okay to play and shoot your kids with Nerf guns. And then learn through experience. And fall in love with learning again. Because it's the most powerful thing in the world. And if you are a couple and you want to learn how to just be rock stars, tackle your life, do anything together, we have a group called Superpowered Couples. It's a free group, and I love to do trainings inside of it. Reed does them. We have fun together. We are doing this to bring us all together because we all have to learn how to be rock stars in these times. Mm-hmm. And it's time to lead our families.
Yes.
I love you guys. I'll see you on the other side.